Hi, this is Jana. Welcome to my kitchen. We are making a peach and croissant brunch dish. You can use it for brunch or supper. I'm telling you what, all they had at the store was small mini croissants, and so we're just going to do that. But the recipe calls for 4 large croissants. You can put 5 in if you need to stretch it, but the recipe calls for 4. And so you just want to fill the bottom of your 9 by 13 pan, and I did spray it first, okay? And so now I've got 2 cups of white chocolate morsels. And I have heated, you can see the ripples on the hot milk. I've got 3 cups of scalded milk, which means just until little bubbles form on the side. And I'm going to whisk. You can use a fork or spoon, whatever. I'm going to whisk to get those melted. Get them going here. And we'll let them set for a minute, and then they will continue to melt. And if they don't melt all the way, it's not a big deal, okay? Every brand is a little bit different. These are Ghirardelli. So we'll set it to the side so they can work on themselves there. Get them out of the whisk. Whoop-a-daisy. You can't see I'm off camera, but I just am getting the whisk cleared out here, and I had them flying, the little morsels. Okay, and by the way, to that I'm going to add 1/3 of a cup of sugar. So that can start to dissolve as well. Ding dong. Okay, now I've got 9 eggs, and I want to just break them up so that they intermingle with each other. You don't want to beat them till they're frothy or anything, just until the yellows and the whites are well blended. But you don't want to use a mixer, you just want to use your hand. Make sure that the white itself isn't showing. See? And if you see any little areas, just go back in there. Because for some reason, if you don't get them all the way mixed up well, the white kind of floats to the surface. And that'll happen, and it doesn't make it taste any different, it just looks better. All right. And so while the milk is cooling down here, these chips are just not melting really well. I guess that was meant to be. But they'll melt just fine in a 365-degree oven. We're keeping it real around here. They're still just slow melting here. But it's okay. They're gonna, if I spread them inside of the casserole dish, it'll be all right. So I'm going to keep going here to save time. And so this is the most important thing, is gently stir your eggs and slowly watch how small of a drizzle that I put in while stirring these eggs, because you do not want to heat those eggs with that hot milk too fast, or you're going to end up with what? Scrambled eggs. And so this is called tempering your eggs. And that's how you make custard, puddings, creme brulee. This is the method. Because if you've ever tried making scratch creme brulee, it's so easy, but a lot of people make mistakes by adding the milk and the eggs too soon. And once I get about half of the milk in here, then I'll be able to pour the rest of it in, because the eggs will be brought back up to temperature where they should be. And this is just 3 cups of milk, scalded, 9 eggs, 2 cups of white chocolate chips, morsels, and I'm going to add some vanilla here in a second. Now I can pour a little faster because we've got more than half of it gone. And look at those. I've never had them not melt before. Maybe it's because it's summertime in Alabama, I don't know. I'm going to just go ahead and add those. I guess we keep it real. This is just things that happen in real life, right? But it's going to taste good. So some of them made it into the milk melted. We'll just spread them around there. In this dish, it looks like it would be super sweet because of the white chocolate, but it isn't. It's really a very delicious, not overly sweet brunch dish. And I serve it as an egg casserole with sausage and whatever I'm going to have with my brunch. So now I'm going to add this egg mixture to the top of my croissants. Just like this. Distribute it throughout. And what this is going to do is it's going to bake with those croissants. And what it's going to do is it's going to make like a custardy mixture. And at this point in time, you can use any fruit that you desire. Whoop, I keep banging all my dishes there. You can do any fruit that you desire. I forgot to add the vanilla. See, we just keep keeping it real. I just get to talking here. I'm just going to add it through little dribbles here. About 2 teaspoons. You can use up to a tablespoon. And then I've got about 3 cups of peaches. You can use fresh. You can use 1 large can. You can use them chopped. You can use them like I'm doing, sliced peaches. This is peach season, and that's why I am getting peaches out right now, because I just went to the farmer's market and bought peaches yesterday. I only had one problem, is I ate them. So good. And so we'll be back when I get ready to put this in the oven. Okay, we're back. I got all my little peaches put in there and sliced up. And so what I've got here is about 1/3 cup sugar. And I'm going to put about a teaspoon or 2 of cinnamon to your taste, or you can skip this part if you're not wanting to do it. And then I'm going to sprinkle the top with this cinnamon and sugar. Give it a little fall feeling, but yet summer. And I'm going to cover this with parchment paper and foil. See how simple this is? That is like 1, 2, 3. Does not take long at all. The longest part is heating the milk until it's hot, and that takes about 3 minutes while you're cutting up your croissant. And so now, you know what I always like to do is I always like to wipe the side, because that'll just prevent me from having to wipe it later, any of my mess, because it's not going to come off there good. So anyway, I've got my oven preset to 365. If your oven doesn't go to 365, you can set it to 375 for the first 20 minutes. And then when you go in to remove the cover, you can turn it down to 350, and that'll give you 365. That'll be fine. And so I'm going to pop this in for about 20 minutes, and then I'm going to remove the foil, and then we're going to put it back in the oven, and then we'll be back. Okay, we are back, and I just pulled it out of the oven, and I wanted to show you. See, it's slightly wiggly in the center, but how you know that it's done is you go in with a knife, and you come out. That's custard. It's not egg. It's not, eggy. It's not watery. That's done, okay? And so that's how you can tell that it's done, and you can serve it right away. You can put it in the refrigerator and let it set overnight, and you can cut it in squares and warm it up in the microwave for a few seconds, and it's delicious. And so I thank you for stopping by Jana's Kitchen, and I hope you try this peach croissant breakfast casserole. But I will say it can also be used as a dessert. You can put some whipped cream on top. You can put a scoop of ice cream next to it if you want it for dessert. It is just so yummy. Thank you for stopping by.